It's Sunday, June 23, 2024, and I welcome you to the daily headline newspaper updates right here on the Insider Podcast. I am Kayode Sonny, and today let's start off with Sunday Tribune, the banner headline right here on page 2, Cholera, surveillance shifts to schools, markets. With riders, or your government rolls out preventive measures in schools, teachers, traders in FCT adopt hand sanitizers, stop drinking rainwater. Kano government warns residents. Cholera outbreak, outcome of multi-dimensional poverty, says Medical Guild chairman. And moving on to other page, on page 11, we've seen here, we have built strong institutions to make Oyo thrive. That's coming from Governor Seyi Makinde. And on page 13, government knows Boko Haram sponsors but has failed to go after them. Archbishop Lamido. On page 7 of Sunday Tribune, we see here EFCC arrests 2 ex-bankers over theft of 4.2 million naira in dead customers' account. On page 4, we see here high food prices, go back to farming, presidency urge Nigerians. Also on page 5, Ogunba's traditional rulers from signing MOUs on land. And on page 6, Northwest governors to hold first ever peace security summit from tomorrow. And the last one right here on pages 2 and 6, basic meals becoming unaffordable to many households. That's coming from Abuja Chamber of Commerce, with riders expresses worries over rising food prices. Subsidize transportation of food items to reduce prices. Akinfenwa urges federal government. Now moving on to other stories. And this one right here from Business Day Sunday, quite a number of them. On Onitsha River Port, 3-time commissioned, yet mired in politics. We've seen here also stories like this, how open testimonies in churches seize on back of rising criminality in Nigeria. Also, after meeting with IBB, Abdulsalam Atiku visits Buhari in Dara. Our regional agitations breed instability, hits up polity. Portugal trash Turkey 3-0 to top Group F. And also this one right here on ending lamentation as Nigeria's battle effects of bad governance. Also checking out Sunday Vanguard for today. Death toll rises as cholera rages in Lagos or your Kano, and that's on page 3 with rider. Experts say water scarcity is culprit, urge deployment of vaccine in schools. And also on the front page of Sunday Garden, we've seen here on page 11, why I haven't been in church in 7 years. And also right here, inside unregulated but booming IVF industry, and that's on page 8, travails of young girls who donate human eggs. With rider, fertility experts contradict critics. It is helping hand, not transaction. We spent millions on failed IVF. People mocked us, RCCG pastors. Also this one on page 2, CBN says rates tightening working. Okay. We've seen on page 2 also Ado Bayero versus Sanusi. Judiciary has been set up for destruction. Supporters clash over planned demolition of palace. All right. This one right on page 4 of Sunday Vanguard. PDP call for emergency rule in Rivers. PDP lawyers set up opposition. On page 6, retired Army General shot dead in Abuja home. That's a sad one. And the last one right here on page 5. Global body ranks Nigeria among chronic workers' rights violators. Report vindicates us, and that's coming from NLC. Okay, moving on to The Nation. Sunday for today. Cholera spreads to 31 states, claims 34 lives with riders. Outbreak not abating. Suspected cases now 1,283. NCDC activates Emergency Operations Center. Anxiety as states ramp up measures to stem spread. All right. Also on page 6, Tinubu okays 35 billion naira for student loan scheme takeoff. With rider Nel Fund approves 70,000 applications. On page 2, court orders final for feature of 12.18 billion naira properties linked to Emefiele. And also right here on page 6 of Sunday The Nation, EFCC arrests 2 ex-bankers for stealing dead customers 4.2 million naira. And the last one right here on page 7, inflation dips for 3rd consecutive month, says CBN. And just this last one also, Emirates tussle. Kano insists on demolishing Bayero's mini palace. With rider, he was never emir, says governor's spokesman. Okay, let's check out Sunday Punch for today also. We're seeing here on the banner headline on page 3, federal government spent 14.77 billion naira on presidential jets in 11 months. That's coming from State House report, with riders payments made in 11 tranches between July 2023 and May 2024. Aviation experts disagree on federal government's investment in new planes. Also, on the front page of Sunday Punch, we're seeing here cholera, Lassa fever killed 202 in 6 months, says NCDC. On page 4, federal government plans relocation of Agodi, Ikoyi, Enugu, 26 other prisons. And on pages 17, 20, and 29, we're seeing on the Sunday Punch Spies, why I didn't find teaching easy in US, Unilag Don Chimi Maduagu. Also, this one right here on the side, pages 8 and 9, Tinubu should take restructuring Nigeria seriously. That's coming from ex-Afenifere Secretary Okuromo. And on page 13, Ogun PDP Wayne Daniel Amosun others, says Shaman. I'm having more than one wife as part of my Yoruba culture. That's on page 36, and that's coming from an octogenarian evangelist. Also right here, we're seeing here multi-million public assets under attacks as vandals plunder bridge railings, steal power cables, others. And also right here, Nigeria loses 636 billion naira as oil production dips. Interesting times right here. And those are the headlines from Sunday Punch. And out of Nigeria now, this one on Daily Mirror for today, we're seeing here tail hair, royal pose for a swift selfie. And we're seeing pictures of Taylor Swift with the royal family right here. Sunak's £1 million a month boost. The Rishi Sunak get richer as the poor get poorer. Prime Minister and wife's money for nothing as voters struggle to make ends meet. And those are all the headlines that we'll be covering for today, Sunday, June 23, 2024. Thank you for tuning in, and don't forget to drop your reaction or comments on the stories being read today on the question and answer box below this post. Thank you for tuning in once again. See you next time.